Yeah, I'm playing this Yamaha FG180 Nippon Gakko orange label made in Japan. I might sell it. It's just I really love the sound of it. If you've never had a good FG180 made in Japan in the 70s, they sound incredible. They've got this beautiful kind of woody Martin type sound, but with these overtones and mid range, it's superior to most Martins, even the older ones. The mid, it's all about the mid range, folks. Mid range, mid bass is where the magic happens. Anyway, this is a great guitar. If you have any interest, let me know. But I want to talk about warming up today. I recently watched a video by a great famous guitar player who I'm sure has a lot of great knowledge, but he was talking about warming up, and all he did was show a few blues licks, and there's so much more to warming up. Now, I'm not warmed up, so I'm not going to be impressing you with single notes. But warming up is more about getting the blood flowing in the muscles and the capillaries and your veins and kind of inputting information into your brain about muscle memory and stuff. So warming up is really important, as well as doing scales an hour or two a day. I try to do at least an hour or two a day every day, even at 64 years old, of scales. And what's really incredible, I'm not trying to brag, but I feel like I'm still developing technique at 64. Part of that's clean living. I don't drink alcohol. I walk every day. I work out with weights. I don't do real heavy weights. You have to be careful. You don't want to stiffen up your wrist. I do a lot of dumbbell work with a couple 20-pound dumbbells. But anyway, let me show us some great exercises to warm up. Now, I'm in Dadgad. I'm really hung up on Dadgad. But it's just simple things like... Hear the accent. Here's without the accent. Here's without the accent. Here, listen with the accent. Hear that accent? I know you're thinking I can't see the left hand. Okay. So the accents are very, very, very important. Okay. Another thing that you can do is the double triplets. No, I know I'm starting off without the double triplets, and hear that? Now here's without the accent. Here's with the accent. Hear that accent? Bam. If you start placing accents, you're going to have a quantum leap. It's really important to develop a technique. Another thing that I do, again, I'm an unaltered tuning because I just love how this guitar sounds. But I warm up a lot with something like this. This is another huge thing you can do. If you take these tips and work them, folks, you're going to get some massive results. It really makes a difference what you practice. Don't just play, practice, an hour or two a day too. That's why the guitar ladder system is so important. If you want a sample, send me an email, Steve Zook, the number 7, not spelled out, at yahoo.com. I'll send you cycle 1. Here's another thing I do to warm up. Double triplet. Now there I'm playing 5 notes and then going up into my sequence scale. So you can take any scale you want and play 5 notes and then go to the next step, do a little sequence. You can repeat, like here. Hear the accent, but you do the 5 notes. Double triplet. But that will really get you to flutter those 5 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's just like you're coming down I know I'm in a Dadgad, so this is probably a little confusing, but it doesn't matter. Just like you're coming down any scale, but you do 5 notes. And then come down, then drop to the next note. Next note. also do that with 7. Maybe combine 5 and 7. I'll tell you, when you start to practice technique the right way and really take your right hand seriously, it is so fun because you know every time you practice correctly, you're getting better. And it's really important not to watch the water boil, not to worry about results, but if you practice correctly, it's going to really surprise you. And by the way, if you're the kind of guy that every night has 3 or 4 beers or 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 or whatever, is really slowing you down because it dries out your body. And even just 2 or 3 beers every night, I can tell by watching video who does that. It's really going to slow you down. It just lowers your energy level and it lowers your ability to grow and everything. It's really not that healthy, If you do drink, keep it down. Do it just once in a blue moon. Anyway, I'm not trying to sound like your dad, but anyway, so again, 5. Now I'm doing all alternate picking. Or 7. Maybe they did the double triplets. Maybe do 3, 4, and work on that bam accent. Okay, but yeah, work though, and do that, and work on, like I said, the 5. This can be with 80 scale. Don't let it confuse you that I'm in Dadgad. I'm just really hung up on Dadgad. I just love it. But like I said, you can use any scale that you want. Maybe do a little sequence scale. Sequence scale just means you're doing a pattern, and then you go up the scale and do it. But yeah, 7. I like combining the 5 and the 7 because then that mixes it up a little bit and gets your brain to kind of get a little more clarity. Helps develop right hand. You have to have really great left hand and right hand development. And the guitar ladder system, by the way, is unbelievable for your left hand. It will get your left hand so strong and so agile, and the ability to just do all kinds of things. And anyway, so one more time, 5. Let's do then 7, 5, 7. You gotta do this slow. So every time you do that, you're building technique. If you slop through it, you're not building technique. So slow down. Kind of make up your own little, idea. Sometimes I feel like I'm almost getting into a kind of a Celtic thing, So 5, then the 7, 5. And the whole thing about playing guitar and being a composer is just the journey and constant development and constant growth. That's where the guitar ladder system is so powerful. It would be the best $199 you ever invested. It's 240 studies with a chart and video for each study, and it will really feed your musical mind. It will open up your musical ear, because compositional skills and improvisational skills are the fertile soil of being a composer. Even Eric Johnson says that. So yeah, the guitar ladder system, if you're really serious, and it's not genre specific. I mean, it will help you. Huge benefit if you're a jazz player, but it doesn't matter what you want to play. If you want to open up your musical ear and really grow, I would highly suggest you invest in $199 in the guitar ladder system. I don't send it all at once. It's not effective that way. You can order at stevesguitars.com. If you want a sample of a cycle, send me an email, stevezook, the number 7, not spelled out, at yahoo.com. I'll send you a sample or two. But seriously, folks, you should just go for it. Go to stevezookguitars.com, feel good about it, order the system. I'll give you, for new customers, I'll give you a whole year to try my system. I want you to try it for a year. You're going to see results way before that. But you can try it for a whole year. If you don't agree you've made a quantum leap and you've had some huge growth, I'll send you all your money back at the end of that year. So it's a great situation. One more time. Or 7. I like combining it in 5. Maybe double triplets. That's the kind of stuff that's really going to develop your right hand. And most guitar players are very weak in their right hand. You need to take your right hand seriously and your left hand. All right, enjoy that. If you're interested in this guitar, get in touch. Anyway, really has a sound. All right, folks, have a good day. Stay positive. Keep the faith. Ciao.